I'm covering this up because my philosophy is that whenever you grow vegetables in the garden, the best idea is to, after harvesting, take that debris that you had there, whatever's left over, and remove it from the garden and bring it to, I like to have a specific area or specific compost pile that's going to be for recycling those materials, the vegetable materials.
A piece of dirt on there. What'd you call me?
Now you can do like a green cover crop where you're growing like winter wheat, winter rye, vetch, or like a different buckwheat or whatever you want to grow to add in nitrogen or carbon. You can take those same materials and just lay them over, like crimp them or cut them down, weed eat them down to where they're going to add that organic matter straight onto your garden. But when it comes to your vegetable crops, you really want to take those out of the garden and bring them into a separate area. And what's amazing about a compost pile is it will recycle those materials, turning them back into soil to eventually be used back in the garden. But the key factor is you're not going to be really spreading those diseases. Let's say you had a problem with that crop. You may not even know, maybe just a few plants of your crop. Like this, what I just harvested was some lettuce, some romaine lettuce. Let's say I had a pest or some kind of disease or root pathogen that was there. I didn't even know about it. If I just cut that down and leave it there, or even leave the roots there, that has the potential to proliferate for next year, and every year it just gets worse and worse until you have a big time problem right there. So my philosophy is to take those out, roots and all, put them somewhere else where you're going to decompose them in a already active system. Like this is already decomposing. This compost pile is already decomposing. Now the only caveat I would say is this is already decomposed enough to where it's not hot. If I really wanted to be safe with composting, used vegetable materials, I would use a hot compost pile, which requires quite a bit of material and mixing, and I'll show you guys how to do that later in another video. But basically, if you have a whole separate compost pile that's for recycling your vegetables, you already have some composted material there, you can add some wood chips in. That's gonna be good, because then you can leave it in there for a whole year or two and then bring it back in. By that time, those pathogens should be out of the system. That's what I recommend, is to have a separate compost pile that's going to help you recycle those materials. I'm just covering it up with about a foot of compost, and the oxygen should still get in there, break it down. Also, this has got worms in it, so the worms will be doing their thing. And yeah, it's good stuff. Good stuff. This collard plant has never looked so good, and I believe it's got some cabbage worms, but we're gonna go ahead and just pull her out, because in light of what we just talked about, might as well just not have that around. Cover it up too. This one too. Pull it out. Now if I had a rabbit or chickens, I'd feed it to them, but I don't, so for now we'll just take these two diseased plants out and bring them over here. We'll let the worms and microbes do their work on that. And now we're gonna give a nice little refresh where that bed was. See that whole area is got more nutrients for the next crop. Just gonna do about an inch.
I just got this weird deja vu of like summer and like throwing things for some reason. That was funny.
Clearly Josh is filming. My crazy giggly brother.
Giggly wiggly.
Giggly brother.
Ooh, you're killing plants.
So as I'm using this compost, it's got some larger chunks in here. I'm just grabbing those and put them on the walkways. They'll decompose eventually, but I don't really want to be dealing with them whenever it comes time to plant. So yeah, we're just refreshing this little bed. Harvested everything we need from it yet so far, and just level it out. There's another chunk. Yep, that's how you do it, folks. That's how you do it. We know that now that we've taken the remains of the lettuce out, that we know that the pathogens and potential diseases are no longer here, and we put them over there in the compost bin. Now they're safe and sound, and we won't be putting that compost back on the garden for another good 6 months to a year, just to make sure. Maybe down the road I'll be making some video series on gardening hygiene. So basically how to keep your garden clean and help prevent pathogens and diseases. Really the best solution to any type of pest is to have healthy soil. Just like I believe the best solution to diseases for us people is a healthy body. But that's another story for another day. Alright y'all. See you next time. Josh, get your dog out of my garden. Come here, girl. Yes. Good God. Come here. So pretty. You're so cute. Good girl. Eventually we'll have to do fits around here, buddy.
Buddy.
I knew. He does not like being called buddy. Alright folks, thanks for watching the Gardenguy channel.
Gardenguy.
Use your compost bin a specific compost bin that you designate to be the recycling agent for your crops. And yeah, we'll be doing a lot better that way, keeping diseases out of our gardens next time.